Welcome to Katowice. Yeah, we're doing an IEM Katowice replay cast, guys. How are we all doing? Hope you. Oh, wait. Sorry, guys. I am going to be a good boy. What does a good boy do? A good boy marks it at the start. Lambo vs Trust, IEM Katowice cast. All right, we're gonna mark that at the start, so my lovely mod and YouTube manager can easily find the game and put it up. Katowice, yeah. One time Apollo apparently said Katowice, and we will never forget that travesty. This is, of course, an IEM Katowice cast. Up here in the top left, in the red, the beastly German Zerg. It's Lambo. And up here in the top right-hand side, in the blue, the Protoss player. He is Trust. Trust. It's year 0, one of the biggest maps in the pool. And now this is a replay from about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, right? If you guys have been watching any WESG, you know this man here loves the Nidus Worm. However, I don't know if he was as adept at using the Nidus Worm during Katowice. I really don't think he was. Lame jokes abound in Twitch chat right now. So we'll see if he does opt for some of that Nidus Worm play. He spammed a lot of Nidus Worms yesterday against Drogo, and it looked pretty damn powerful. He did some of the fastest possible Nidus Worms, and a lot of the big just Roach Hydra popping out all over the place Nidus Worms. I gotta say, this map, because it is bigger, it's easier for a macro Protoss to block that sort of play, just because the ground army thrusting across the map, not as scary, not as frightening. I'm very proud to say I took a late night ladder game off Denver yesterday with my Protoss on this map when he was trying the whack-a-mole Niduses. And I thought I was losing for a bit, but then I did the classic, hey, I've got 46 Storms and 14 Immortals with +3. Let's fight. And he's like, shit, I don't have Broodlords yet. So we'll see if this game has any of those Nidus Worm shenanigans. Trust's a super weird player. Trust just creates his own weird builds. He does crazy shit all the time. Yeah, he's a very strange player. I remember there was a time, and Gemini is going to hate me for saying this. Not that Gemini is watching right now. Oh my god, you're kidding me. I remember, oh my god, we did show a highlight of this game on the mainstream. Now I remember that pylon. Oh my god. Okay. So yeah, Trust is a madman. He's like, you know what, you're not watching my probe right now. You won't notice if I just disappear into a corner of the map. Lambo has no idea. Oh my god. That's... but yeah, I used to think Trap and Trust were indistinguishable. I was like, ugh. B tier, like, Jin-Air Protosses. Don't care. This is many years ago. I'm talking like 4 or 5 years ago. And I then, over time, I finally started to realize Trap was actually like... He had his own twist of play, but he was very solid and very good. Trust, on the other hand, has like intensely opportunistic, awesome strategies, which no one else uses. Like right now, he's building a Stalker. Yeah. He'll do lots of crazy strats. He'll make up his own builds. He'll break the meta, but Trust will fall apart under pressure. Mechanically, mentally, psychologically, like, does he have the strength to win games from behind? No, but he does have the fortitude to lose them from ahead. I know that sounds harsh, but Trust is a massive thrower of games. He's done it before. I used to be a big thrower as a pro gamer, so as much as it might sound like I'm piling onto him right now, it's one of the worst things as a player, because you can have this sick strategy, this great positions, and it's so bad to just throw from advantages. So we're going to see if Trust can pull this off. The cool thing is you can learn a lot from what he does. I wouldn't say he's always the most solid player, but definitely does create some very weird situations. Lambo, none of his overlords. Oh, if an overlord went like this way, he would see it, but he has no idea. And he has no idea what's going on behind this. And it's DT Shrine before Robo. Trust specifically realizing, I want these DTs to warp in as fast as possible. I'm not going to delay by spending gas on anything else. And he's gone straight for 4 gateways now, and only then drops the Robo. So unlike a normal DT Archon drop, he says, I'm banking on this pylon finishing. If that pylon got found and killed in the next 30 seconds, this build would suck for Trust. You'd have to warp in DTs at home, walk them across the map. His Prism would be crazy late, but it hasn't been scouted. Lambo still has no idea No idea. Oh man, this is so good for Trust. Lambo's like, it's fine. I've got the watchtower. I've got vision. I'll see if a prism moves out. There's no way you could warp in. To be fair, Lambo has not scouted the south side of this map. And I think that's because he saw the probe go all the way home. So he says, well, I saw where the probe on the map went. Therefore, you know, that's the only possibility is it could have done that. 4 DTs have warped into the main. They go straight for the lair. The Overseer immediately morphs from Lambo, but he's got to be like, what the fuck just happened? He's got to be so confused about where these came from. Those DTs easily going to take that lair out. Now, he's going to run up there and maybe go for the spawning pool. Oh. He's trying to... Is he going to... What's he... Okay, pool. Oh, he's going to recall, of course. I don't know why I wasn't thinking about recall then. It's not 2014 anymore, Pig. You can get those out. For free. Sentries are warping in there. Lambo finds this pylon, face palms, and goes, are you friggin' serious? Fudgesicles. Not a good start. Not a good start here to the round of 8 of the open bracket, bracket number 4. Lambo is, of course, only got 2 more lives if he loses, 1 more life if he loses this game. I like this. Morphs the Archons, Sentries, Stalkers. Trust is very slow to get a 3rd base. I mean, that's okay because you've killed the opponent's 3rd. That Zergling does a great job. Picks it off. And goes off to hide in a corner. Nice, 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 nice. So it looks like Trust wants to take this 3rd base. That's interesting. I tend to take this one. But yeah, I guess this, like, you can push, break the rocks, and push forward. Both are completely fine choices. 3rd base does finally start at just before 6 minutes. We've already got charge on the way, though. I would love to see a Forge here for Trust. If he doesn't get a Forge, he kind of is forced to go all in. Archon's just going to try and pick a fight with anything. Oh, get the drones! Bad focus fire from Trust. Could have got a few drones there. I mean, it's more important to get out of there. I'm not too big on him taking so much damage on the prism. Let's see, where does he rotate? I'd love to see him just rotate to the 3rd. There's a few overlords that could be picked off. This pervert still sees everything, by the way. Well done by Lambo keeping that up. 4 more gateways on the way. Okay, all right. That's going to be taking it up to 8 gateways. Archons come in. They do get 1 of the overlords, and they will get another. Very nicely done. That prism needs to get the hell out of dodge, though. So it is going to do that. The main base finally rebuilt. Lambo sitting on 51 workers. He says, okay, swarm hosts are a good comeback unit. Let's go for swarm hosts. Unfortunately, he needs Zerglings right now. He needs a few Zergling scouts, maybe an Overseer, because with no information, he's going to commit to swarm hosts, and that's terrible. He needs to just mass Roach Ravager right now and just survive. If Lambo can mass Roach Ravager and just defend this attack, he will still be in this game. Then he can add the Swarm Host. But right now he's droning and adding Swarm Host. 2 things he doesn't want to be doing. This is something a lot of players do when they're behind. They feel they can't spare the lava to build Zerglings. They want to only build units that'll help them in a fight. But the lack of information is what's hurting Lambo right now. And only now does a Changeling see this attack coming and he goes, oh shit, I've already started 7 Swarm Hosts. Not the units you want in this scenario. He's making 3 Ravagers immediately, but there's a lot of force fields, and he needed to be able to start the engagement out here. Now he's starting the engagement too far back, which means these force fields are going to be land much more brutally. Lambo trying to spread, trying to bait the force fields. His Locusts trying to come in as well. The Roaches and the Ravagers trying to engage. The problem is Trust is in between his rallies right now. He's pushing forward, and if these Roaches retreat, yeah, already trapping a big wedge of them on the left-hand side. These Archons almost all staying alive right now. Most of the Roaches getting separated, and Lambo just has to tap out. Could have held on there if he was able to get his Roach Ravager together and not commit to the Swarm Hosts. GG's. Bad luck. Bad luck, Lambo. Trust there with a decisive, cheeky pylon in the back door. 4 DTs in the main. Beautifully done. Nice, nice, nice. Tank round, thank you so much for the 100-bit cheer. Appreciate the support. Ninja in Nikes as well. Thank you very, very, very much. And Actus Theory with the 14-month resub. Thank you very much for the support, everybody. I appreciate you all hanging out and having fun. Don't be calling my man Trap the last MLG champion of SC2 B tier. Oh, he beat Flash in it? Or Life or something? Who played in that tournament, Archon? Bring me those results. Also, by the way, did anyone end up giving us the results earlier? Sorry, I haven't been reading chat about Impact and what tournament he made the finals to. I'm going to scroll up in chat and see if anyone answered that. It won't be in the same YouTube VOD because I'm an idiot. But did young Jamie fail and not actually look this up? Sad life. This is the Game Heart replay interface, guys. You can download it. Though the WCS one's not bad, and you can swap to that in-game in your observer and replay menu as well. All right, guys. Game number 2 up here. It's Trust. Down here in the bottom right, in the red, it's Lambo. Oh, Trust trying to look cheeky. Hides the probe back there. Lambo does not bite the bait. Guess Lambo was willing to just take the cannon rush to the face if it did end up going down. Nexus goes down behind this for Trust. And this probe trying to be a dickhead. You'll notice he's trying to occupy these mineral patches, but Lambo counter-microing. So he's trying to bounce the drone off it by occupying the patch, but then stopping just before he mines the minerals. He's going to come in and keeps doing it to different patches. So you see Lambo, though, will just select the drone and keep spam clicking it to make sure it doesn't get affected too much. Otherwise, the drones end up all bouncing around. They end up stacking up on different patches. You see, he just did it. He's just denied that mineral patch for a good solid couple of seconds. Ends up damaging your opponent by 20, 30 minerals, something like that. It's not massive. It's something, though. If you've got the APM to spare, you're a pro gamer, why not? Is the standard Cybercore follow-up at home. Chrono Boost, the Adept, does not start Warp Gate. Makes us think it is a Stargate opening this time out of Trust. A much more standard build. But then he does start Warp Gate just a little bit delayed, so it's not a Stargate build. He's actually going to build a Robo in the back. Now, does Lambo feel like sacrificing his Overlord to see that? That's what I'm curious about. I think he will when he sees the Adept come out. Ooh, Trust's probe goes down. Uncharacteristic mistake. Not meant to give away a probe for free that early. The Overlord's still just chilling here. It looks like he is not going to get the scout. And, that means Lambo may overcommit thinking there's a Stargate. He may have been faked out by the fake Warp Gate research. So we're going to have to keep our eye at about 3 minutes 30. Does Lambo put Spore Crawlers down? If he does, or a Spore Crawler, that means he thinks it's a Stargate. And that's a little bonus there. A little win for Trust, who's adding a Twilight after the Robo. These builds are so weird. When people go Robo, then Twilight, I'm always like, what? I think it's just to get... It might be the Observer Prism build. It's just been building Immortal. Oh, he's going to pull off gas, isn't he? You filthy bastard. Trust's done probing. Trust is done probing, guys. Those lights aren't flashing. Lambo, check the Nexus. The lights aren't flashing. There is a huge, obvious tell of what's happening right now. It's a Chargelot Immortal all in. Lambo, look at your Overlord. Please go. Okay, we're on Lambo's vision. Lambo's building a Roach Warren. He's got some lings. He glanced at his Overlord. I don't think he looked at it long enough to check the Nexus. No, he looks at it again. Starts the lair. Lair's not important right now. You need gases right now, Lambo. He's glancing. He's looking at his Zerglings. I don't think he realizes. So... You notice Trust has pulled off gas once he got enough for the next Immortal. He'll queue up a Prism after that Immortal. He's adding a ton of gateways, charge, and yeah, 13 probes on the natural. Only 30 probes in total. Not even the 32 to fully saturate 2 mineral lines. This is as all in as it gets. He's even warping in Zealots at the front, as if he could be any more obvious about it. Lambo, please tell me you're paying attention. Please tell me you're paying attention. You have to just build roaches from here. He's building more drones. Lambo, stop! Stop! I mean, sometimes people do warp in Zealots to take a third, but this is some... Oh, these are some big tells. Big tells. Oh, the fake third base. Trust selling a story here. He's like, I'm just going for a third. Lambo's like, sweet, he's going for a third. We saw it. Come on, man. Lambo's building roaches, but he's already at 49 workers. That's too many. You can technically defend in this scenario, but you need to pull about 15 of your drones into the fight. You need to use sick hold position micro, and you need to just micro like an absolute beast. Spine Crawler finally starts. Lambo's only just realized what's happening. His Ling went back in. He sees there's no third, and he's like, oh, shit. But it's too late. Those spines aren't going to be ready. He's trying to build Zerglings right now. Ravages, Roaches. Ravages aren't really the most important. He just needs more Roaches. More Roaches is the key. Chargelots, Ravage, Zerglings. Ravage. More Immortals, more Zealots coming in. He's pulled a few drones. He's pulling them in front. Lambo, I think he's got to pull back. I think he's got to pull back. He's got to get further back. He's already lost a Ravager. His Queen's out front. He needs to pull more drones into the fight as well. But most importantly, he needs to get behind the hatchery. He's taken too long to pull back because he was trying to buy time for those spines to finish. But I think he's lost too many roaches here. I think he needed to just run away for a little bit and buy some more time. You can lose the base, but you've got to keep your firepower. Your roaches need to consolidate. The Immortal there focus firing from Trust very well on those roaches. Now, Trust's Immortals can make quick work of the spines as well. They get that bonus to armor damage. The drones being pulled in. Roaches coming off the line to fight. Lambo desperately trying to hang on. That spine doing a lot of damage back there. There's just not a lot of units left on the ground for Lambo. One more big Zealot Warp and not any anti-air on the map for Lambo. He's lost all of his queens. He's trying to build roaches, zerglings, anything. He's trying to micro back these low hit point roaches. But these Immortals have done so much damage. 11 kills on one, 12 on the other. It's going to be even more before this is done. One more Zealot Warp in will probably be getting the job done. And that's going to be that. Trust with the 2-0. Oh, a rough start there for Lambo. Now, I think it's pretty unfortunate that right at the moment where you're meant to be checking with that Overlord, if they're probing or not, they did have a pause at that moment. Whether or not that affected the outcome, who knows? But an ill-timed pause, because that can throw your rhythm off as a player. And right here, from 3 minutes 20 onwards, nothing building on the Nexus. Yeah, this was a kind of in-your-face all-in. I actually really feel like Trust should have gone Warp Prism before Immortal and done a little bit of light pressure, because that would allow him to see the high ground, get rid of this Overlord, and then he could sell this story a little bit more. Even if it's just like 2 Zealots in the Prism or something. Just some really light fake pressure. Who knows? Maybe that gives it away even more, but either way, Lambo did not notice that. He droned way too far. Against this attack, you're happy to build units off 35 drones. 40 at most. You do not need 49, 50 workers. You do not need a lair. You do not need roach speed. You just need enough roaches so that you can take care of these Zealots. Now, 2 Immortals are really good versus roaches. You just need enough roaches that you can kind of one-shot Zealot, pull back, one-shot a Zealot, pull back. That way the Immortals aren't shooting continuously. They have to do a lot of time chasing your roaches down, and you're able to wear down this army. If you have that from the start, your queens are then there to start working on the Warp Prism, and everything can go okay. But he lost too many units at the start of this, and Trust takes the decisive, clean, and I would say surprising 2-0. Lambo I would normally rate higher than Trust. But GG, well played. Nice.